Hi, thank you for visiting my page for learning Spanish and other languages. So, I just wanted to share with my students and others my experience with learning languages that might help you to give you some tips. So, there's about 10 things that I want to share, in each video I'll just share one of them. The first thing that I have discovered is that one of the reasons why students take Spanish and other languages in high school and the university and they walk out without being able to use the language effectively is because they don't learn it through natural rhythm. So what I mean to say is that when people speak, according to whatever accent or dialect they're speaking, they have a rhythm. And so if you listen, for example, to Mexican Spanish versus Puerto Rican Spanish, you'll see that it sounds quite different. If you listen to, well, the Spanish from Spain could be many different dialects, but each one of them sounds quite different. And when you choose which dialect of Spanish you want to learn or which accent you're going to speak in, the first thing you want to do is learn through the natural rhythm. So there are content words, function words, and the content words give you meaning, and they are usually pronounced very clear. And function words serve a grammatical purpose, but it doesn't have any standalone meaning. Just want to give you an example in English. If you say, I'm going to the store, or if you say, I am going to the store. If I say, I am going to the store, I have no rhythm. But if I say, I'm going to the store, there's some rhythm there. Well, what happens is that the word I, go, store are your content words because those words give you the most meaning. If I tell you I go store, it's not correct English, but you understand what I'm talking about. But if I say am into D, there's no meaning. Those are your function words. And what happens in most languages is that function words are reduced in sound. In the case in English, it becomes the schwa, which is the sound So the M can become ing can become and 2D becomes tuda. I can say tuda as fast as I want. To the store. As long as store is completely pronounced slowly and carefully. So I am come together and we get I'm going to the store. And if you wanted to try something British, I'm going to the store. It would be, I'm not so good at the British accent, but it would be kind of the same type of concept. It still has the function words and the content words. And then there's usually one word that is pronounced more than all of the other ones. And this is called the focus word. So in this case, store is the most important word in the sentence. So that's usually going to have a rise in intonation. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Now, what would a baby hear? So let me take another sentence, because when you learned your native language and you started out as a baby, you didn't understand anything your parents were saying, but what you heard was rhythm. Your parents said, for example, what are you doing today? What are you doing today? So your content words, what do they? Okay, are you and the ing and the to before the day, we say today instead of today. Those are your function words. So what are you doing today? Your most important word is day. What are you doing today? What does a baby hear? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. No, it sounds silly, but that's what they hear. And so what happens is that if you're learning in full sentences and you hear do-do-do-do-do-do, what are you doing today? Or like the British, what are you doing today? Well, it's still got the same concept. If you're learning through rhythm, you will understand television. You will understand when people are speaking to you. But if you're learning from a textbook, if you're treating every word as an equal, what are you doing today? It's just not going to work. So if you really want to learn a language, Go and learn authentic material. Turn on a movie, a song, something. Listen to the rhythm. Of course, in the song, you won't hear the rhythm that much. But just to give you an example, like if I'm learning Russian, or I was learning Russian, and if I say "Что мне делать с тобой такой," what am I going to do with you? This is in a song from Igor Takov. But if I say "Что мне делать с тобой такой," "Что мне делать с тобой такой," because in the song it says "Наруши мой со мной покой, тебя какое вырастай, и что мне делать с тобой такой." You shake my world. What am I going to do with you? You hear it the way it has natural rhythm. Что мне делать с тобой такой? Not the robotic ideal of что мне делать с тобой такой. So when you learn another language, let's say in Spanish, ¿Cómo te ha ido? ¿Cómo te ha ido? How have you been? Not ¿Cómo te ha ido? It's ¿Cómo te ha ido? In two beats. ¿Cómo te ha ido? It has one pause. ¿Cómo te ha ido? Now, the only point of this is if you really want to learn a language, learn it through natural rhythm. Thank you.